What we're going to do today is I'm currently right now in the middle of going for Babe Ruth, and Albert Bell is the program or the career arc that you have to go through first before you can get to Ruth. I'm sure mostly everybody knows how you're supposed to go through these programs and what you need to do first. I'll just run through it real quick for those of you that don't know or thinking about giving Diamond Dynasty a shot. I just actually started playing Diamond Dynasty last year. I actually really didn't start playing MLB again till like 16. So I love Diamond Dynasty. It's just, I don't know, it's funnest mode for me, I think. There's so much you can do, especially this year. There's a lot of programs to get through. So all right. So say if you're going for a guy like Babe Ruth, you see here Albert Bell program souvenir. Go to Albert Bell, and you see here all these other program souvenirs: Daniel Nava, Matt Joyce, Adam Lynn, Trumbo, Cabrera. You have to get through these programs first before you can get to Babe Ruth, or before you can get to Albert Bell, and then ultimately to Babe Ruth. So the quickest way, for instance, right now I'm doing Albert Bell. As you see, his career arc takes the longest because you have to get stats with left and right fielders. You have to get these stats with silver, bronze, and common, and then you have to get these stats with diamond or gold players. And obviously, as you can see, 350 hits, 140 extra base hits, 75 home runs, 185 RBIs, and 10 stolen bases. That's going to take a little bit longer than this. It's like 40 hits, 15 extra base hits, 10 home runs, and 25 RBIs. So what I do is, say if you are going for, like, you need the right fielder stats, just load your entire lineup with right fielders. Doesn't matter what position they are. We'll get to that in a minute. Just load your entire lineup with these guys. And Albert Bell there's another mission for that same program, and I for some reason didn't put him in my lineup. Go back and show you guys that real quick. See, Impact Veteran Bell final season. You have to get 30 hits, 20 extra base hits, 10 home runs, 25 RBIs. So load the lineup with those left or right fielders, or whatever one you want to get through first, and then I put Albert Bell in there along with those other guys. And since he's a left fielder, while I'm getting these stats for this mission here, it's also going towards the this mission as well. So basically you're killing two birds with one stone, because you got to get through these anyway. And by the time I get those done, I'll probably have this mission completed as well. So basically, I'll probably get two missions done at the same time. As you can see, I'm about a little more than halfway done with this one. Kind of wish I went for Babe Ruth a little bit sooner, but there was a couple of guys I definitely wanted to get Griffey first, which I did, and I wanted a catcher, so I got Piazza, then I got Chipper, and then Nolan Ryan. So right now, I'm going all out for Babe Ruth. After Babe Ruth, I'll probably go for either Pujols or Bob Gibson. All right, so after you get your lineup loaded with all these guys right here, this is what I do every single time, and I promise you I've timed it out, and it is a lot quicker than playing an entire game. I go to Coors Field, plays the away team. Basically what you want to do, I use Coors Field because that's the easiest place to get home runs, obviously. And basically all you do is you play the top of the first inning and then quit. Like put pitchers in that you don't care about their record, or you don't care if like what their ERA is. Obviously it doesn't matter because you're not going to be pitching anyway, but just put pitchers in your rotation that you're not probably ever going to use in ranked seasons or anything like that. So yeah, basically just go in, play the top of the first inning, quit, and then go right back into the game and just keep repeating that process over and over. For pitching, it's kind of the same deal. I mean, if you want to go for a pitcher and a position player at the same time, I mean, you can do it that way. I just think it takes a little bit longer. So that's why I'm just doing one program at a time, just so I can get through it fast. So for pitching, the way you want to do it is Actually, I'll show you guys that in a minute. Basically, it's like the bunt method. So whenever you're on offense, just to get through your half of the inning quicker, you just bunt. First pitch, every batter. Like I said, same with putting guys in the rotation for when you're grinding position players. Just put guys in the lineup that you really don't care about. I usually put 1 or 2 guys in the lineup that I know we're going to hit home runs, either my created player or like Mike Trout or somebody like that. Just so if you do have a mission that you come across for a pitcher where you have to get a win or whatever, you can hit like a couple home runs while as you're going through the lineup, just to make sure you get a W. But yeah, that's pretty much the fastest way to do it. If you do it that way with the pitchers. I have like no plate discipline right now. I'm just trying to get through this half inning. I swing at everything when I'm playing against a computer like this, just so I can kind of get through it. But seems like this year, well, recently anyway, they throw a lot more pitches out of the zone when you're playing on a rookie. But yeah, when I was grinding for Nolan Ryan, I was getting through games in about 15, 20 minutes, no longer than 20 minutes. And most games take about 45 minutes to get through if you actually play offense and defense. Kind of just depends. But yeah, that's definitely the quickest way to get through it. And it's a lot of people think doing the hit and then quit method with position players that it takes longer to go back through the menus and all that kind of stuff to start a game back up. But really it doesn't, because I've timed that out as well. And it is definitely quicker to just hit in the first inning and quit. I mean, obviously it doesn't, and all those stats will still count. Obviously, you don't have to play the entire game for your stats to count. I got a little behind when I was going for the Babe Ruth program. I probably should have, like I said, I wish I would have started it a little bit sooner, but. And doing the Ruth program, obviously you get Albert Bell too, and he's like one of the best cards in the game in my opinion. Same with Griffey, you get Duke Snyder, and for Mike Piazza you get Johnny Bench, which he is. I have him on the bench right now, but if you put him against lefties, I think he's got like 125 power against lefties. So there's a couple of these Immortals that you go through their program, like the career arc programs, or you'll get another really solid card. Chipper, for instance, you get Mike Schmidt. I'll most likely keep him either at shortstop or on the bench for a while unless they release anybody else. But I just think Cal Ripken and Jackie Robinson, I probably won't ever do either one of those programs, just because it seems like this year, I'm sure as most of you know, like just power hitters are what seem to matter the most. If a guy's just all contact, doesn't really seem like you have a lot of success with them online. At least from my experience and from what other people have said, it just seems like contact hitters this year are kind of useless. And I power swing almost every time when I'm playing against a computer like this. I swing at every pitch, it seems like, and I power swing almost every single time, especially playing at Coors Field. Because if you square something up whatsoever, it's either going to be off the wall or it's going to be a home run. Alright, I'm just going to back out now. I don't feel like doing that last out. There was a couple other things I wanted to kind of fill you guys in with. When it comes to grinding like this, you just got to be patient, because I mean these do take a long time. I think pitching, I probably got through that one a little bit quicker than all these hitting stats. But like I said, for Nolan Ryan, I mean obviously you got all these missions to do as well, and I picked out the few Immortals that I knew I was going to want when they were released, and I did all these missions like back when the game first came out, just so I knew I'd be ready for them when they did come out. But Nolan Ryan's been really solid so far. Obviously, I mean he's one of the Immortals, but Frank Thomas is another one I'll probably do after I get Ruth, and I'll most likely do Bob Gibson after that, which I'd have to go through the Zach Greinke program. I started it a little bit. Don't have very much done with it at all. But as you see, like 500 strikeouts, 40 wins, 10 complete games. It seems like a lot, but when you go in and do the method that I was telling you guys about, where you just bunt with every batter, you get through games pretty quick. And once you get those 10 complete games done, sometimes I'll just go in and play conquest games, like just the 3-inning games, because you don't need, after you get the 10 complete games, obviously you can rack wins up pretty quick, because it seems like you'll get the strikeouts faster than you would to get to 40 wins. Because if you're playing on rookie and you play like the White Sox or somebody, you can get like 20 plus strikeouts a game. So you'll rack those up pretty quick. You can get almost 3 games done in an hour. About 3 games done in an hour. So if you're averaging 20 strikeouts per game, that's 60 strikeouts in an hour. You do the math. It's not going to take really all that long. I got the Nolan Ryan program done in about say about a day. Like I played for about maybe like 6-7 hours one day, and then maybe 3 or 4 the next day. So just give you guys kind of an idea how long it actually does take. Yeah, well, like I said, just be patient when you're doing these programs, because especially the hitting ones, they do seem like they take kind of a long time, especially the Babe Ruth one, because you're basically doing 2 career arcs for the Albert Bell program. Then once you get to Babe Ruth, I still have another 3 or 4 missions I got to do once I get the Albert Bell mission done. I'm pretty sure one of these are like you have to get 200 innings pitched with Babe Ruth's breakout card, which I don't know. I think it kind of sucks, because think about it. That's how many games is that? About 22 games, right? Yeah, close to that. 21 games. Fergie Jenkins don't have really anything done with that yet either. No, I just Seaver, Wagner, and Gossage were the 3 that I really didn't, and I kind of regret now, didn't do a whole lot with before the career arcs dropped. These relief pitchers, like these missions, I think are a little ridiculous. Like you got Wagner. If you look at Wagner and Gossage both, and I still got to get 49 holds with right-hand relief pitchers. And all these other missions to do as well. Like let's see, got 2 other ones to do with just Gossage gold card. Got to exchange the Trevor Hoffman program souvenir. Haven't even finished that one yet either. Still got to get 12 more saves. Like Conquest will definitely be the fastest way to get through the relief pitcher programs, just because you only got to pitch like 1 inning with your starter, or you can do like 1 or 2 outs with your starter, then throw your relief pitcher in. You can get holds and saves that way. But that's I'll make a video for that. Probably here within the next week or so, once I start actually really getting into the relief pitchers, because I'm planning on getting Ruth and Gibson both done this week. So yep, just be looking for that. Probably be sometime early next week. I'm gonna say maybe let's see, Tuesday, Wednesday possibly, for the relief pitcher tip video. I think that's going to do it for this video. Later on tonight I will have Mike Piazza Diamond Dynasty ranked seasons debut. I think I have Chipper Jones as well. That might be tomorrow morning. If you guys have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments, and I will see you guys later. Peace.